So today I'm going to demonstrate how you pick up stitches for an Afterthought heel. This is my sock, obviously. This is my line of waste yarn. It's very visible. That's very important. So when you're picking waste yarn to do this with, pick a color that is not in your striping pattern because otherwise you won't be able to see your waste yarn. So I tend to leave my ends out on the outside so I know exactly where I'm starting from. And the line of stitches we want to pick up first is this line of stitches that's just underneath my waste yarn V's. And then we're going to turn it upside down when we get to this end and pick up the line of stitches that's just here. So here's where we start. The first stitch is very easy because it's this one. Now, and it's the one where your waste yarn loop is coming out of. We always want to try and pick up the right leg of the stitch. So the next one would be right here. And then you skip the left leg of the stitch, pick up the right leg. They should always be a little bit slanted from top to bottom, going from left to right. So in my lovely yarn, it's changing color all the time. So I'm just gonna come all the way across, slowly but surely picking up the right leg. So here's what it looks like if you pick up the wrong leg. Can you see how, first of all, there's a gap, and secondly, this stitch is slanted differently from the stitches before it. So I just back out one and know that I picked up the wrong leg. If you happen to pick up the wrong leg, it just is going to be twisted when you come to start to knit it in the next row. So if it's the only way you can grab it, then that's okay. But know that you will have to then knit that stitch through the back loop to untwist it. So I'm just cruising across here. It's a little harder when the yarn is black. Not a great choice. All right, we're getting there. I don't tend to count these until I get to the end. I know for my pattern right now, I need 32 stitches. All right, come on. Okay, so now we're going to count these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Hooray. All right. So now I'm going to pull this. I'm going to flip my sock so the toe is now at the top. And we are going to do the exact same thing, picking up the right leg. Again, it's where this is coming out, so it makes it pretty simple. So, and just start to pick up the right leg on the other side of your waste yarn. Getting there. once again, if you pick up the wrong leg, it might mess up your stitch count, but it is not the end of the world. If you have skipped the right leg and picked up the left, then just know when you come to that, you will have to knit it through the back loop. Otherwise, you will have a twisted stitch. There we go. Move over. These get a little tight when you've got a needle and the cable going. So we're almost there. Do I have one more? All right, let's count. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Wow, I have 33. I may have picked up one extra here. Okay, I may end up dropping this one because I think I picked that one up outside, but the rest of these are correct. All right, so that is how we now have picked up the correct number of stitches, and then you're just going to slowly pick out, and I tend to do it. I tend to just kind of come in and cut it eventually because it's way too long, but you're going to pick out your waste yarn. Actually, I am going to use my needle tip because that will make life infinitely easier. And then we will have live stitches on each needle, and we can then start our heel. Thanks.